All right, more news coming out about Amazon and more big companies. I told you this was going to happen. I don't think you're going to see legislation out of Congress that will raise the minimum wage. I think that ship has sailed, at least for now, but it doesn't matter. If you're for the minimum wage getting increased, it's going to happen via osmosis. And I must tell you, I took a lot of heat for talking about this. We put the clip on Instagram, and people called me all kinds of awful names, which just makes no sense at all. I don't know how you listen to my show for 25 seconds and not realize how I'm for people getting the work they love to reach their dreams, to fulfill their purpose. Okay. All I said is I'm not for federally mandated minimum wages because that's forcing the private sector to raise costs. That's what it's going to end up being. It ends up hurting everybody. However, when private companies decide to raise wages on their own, fan-freaking-tastic. That's the way it should work. So Amazon, I talked about this last week. Bank of America has raised their minimum wage, or at least they're going to, by 2025. I don't know why it's going to take them 4 years, but there you go. But Amazon's coming out saying, hey, they had already introduced a $15 minimum wage in 2018 on their own. That's great. They've run the numbers. That's what they're doing. It now plans to bring on 75,000 new workers at a higher wage. So now they're looking at bumping it to $17 an hour for a warehouse job. Okay. So you're going to have people that are going, well, do I want to get $14 an hour as a line cook, or do I want to work in an Amazon warehouse for $17? Hey, that's how it's supposed to work. Companies can decide whatever they want to pay people. I just don't think there ought to be a federally mandated wage. If you look at 10 major employers from Target to Walmart to Under Armour, they've raised their hourly rate in the past year alone, while the federal minimum wage remains at $7.25. So again, take Under Armour. They just announced they would raise their minimum pay to $15 an hour. That was the proposed federal minimum wage. But this is how it should work, because companies can decide what they're going to do. But remember this, okay? When a company raises wages, others will follow suit, and you're seeing this happen, okay? But understand, companies still want to make money. What I haven't heard is we're going to raise wages and keep our products cost down. Well, we'll see if that happens. So again, this is the way it should work. Free enterprise deciding what they're going to pay. And again, with Amazon raising wages, you'll see other companies jump in there, okay? But understand this. This is inflation. This is what happens. And wages are dictated by the free enterprise system. So, this magical government pill is never a good idea. And now's the time. Now's the time. Hey, if you want to compete, you want to get out there and you go, hey, look, you're offering me $14 an hour. I think this is worth $17 an hour. You can put that out there, but companies are going to decide whether or not they can afford to do that. It doesn't make them big, bad, evil people. They've got to run a balance sheet. So again, here comes the wage increase that I said would happen, and it doesn't need federal legislation. So there you go.